In this next video, I'm going to show you another promotional strategy to start getting more traffic to this website once you set it up. So what you're going to do is write a press release. I really like using press releases to get fast traffic, especially when you've just launched a website. So what I'm going to do is lay out the strategy and system that I use to submit and write a press release actually. You're going to notice here the name product that I'm promoting is the Oakley gas can sunglasses, as you know. So you want to write a press release talking about a review site that you've just launched or something about the website that you just launched. So for example, you want to make sure you title the press release. Your press release needs a title, as you can see right here, and this template is going to be available to you, so you'll actually be able to actually read it and actually see how I structured things, how I worded things, and where I placed different things. So what I would recommend you do, you want a good keyword rich title for your press release, and then you want to put in your business name and kind of put in what you do, which is an internet marketing company based out of, and then like your state or your country. Then do something that you've announced that you're launching a new review website that features, and then you could put the name of the product in here, and then you could actually set a link to your website, and then put a quote in here, so basically a quote from you as a person. So there's my quote: the goal of this website is to give interested customers a convenience, and then I go on to detail. And then also it's very important, especially if you're going after something like a product related, that you try to at least say that you're not affiliated with the main company. That I'm no lawyer, but that may end up, that'll help basically if they end up seeing that. So you don't want anybody to think that you're part of that company, because you're just an affiliate, obviously. So you want to make sure you're upfront about that stuff. You can put in just some other details of the product, like I chose to put in, the price range. I could have put in, like how many products are in the Oakley gas can sunglasses line. I followed up with a few more quotes, and then also, put in another detail like the items could be shipped for free, just because that's the affiliate program. Especially if you're with Amazon, most of the items within Amazon can be shipped for free if they're over, I think it's $35, up to $50. It usually ships for free, so that would be another incentive to make sure you tell people about in your offers. And then at the end, just make sure that you close it out with the actual link. So once you've structured this press release, again, this will be available for you in Word document format so you can actually understand the process. What you want to do then is actually take this press release and you want to copy it. So copy all the information to a notepad file. So just grab it, copy it to a notepad file. So that's what I'm going to do here. Then you want to choose Format, Word Wrap. You want to make Word Wrap on. The next thing you want to do is just go through here and actually just, once Word Wrap is on every single one of these lines, you just want to understand that this is going to be a new paragraph. So you want to make sure that you have this down, because this is important, because it's going to help you as you do this next process, which is to submit your press release. So make sure that you have your title as well laid out. And it's also important that you have a summary ready to go as well, which I'll show you how to write that. So you have the title of your press release. You want to have a summary. Basically, the summary would just talk about what your offer is. So a new review website is launching for the Oakley gas can sunglasses line. So basically, you could just insert that with your own product and keyword phrases. Then keywords would be keywords related to the products. It'd be the product manufacturer, maybe the product line name, maybe the product itself. So those would be kind of keyword ideas, and sometimes they're called tags within these sites as well. So what you need to do next is go right on over to go right on over to a site called free-press-release.com, just like you see on your screen. Free dash will go in there, press-release.com. When you first go there, you're just going to click on register. And once you've registered, just put in your username, password, and then your email address. So what you want to do next is come right over here, and you want to click on login after you've registered. So go ahead and just log in here, which is what we're going to do for this example. What you do next is go ahead and click submit a press release. And then there's several options here. You could choose a Premier press release. This is one that I highly recommend because it's for $1. You can actually get a backlink to your site, which will really help you and help increase click-throughs. Because what I found is that free, this free press release site, free-press-release.com, actually shows up quite well within the search engines for your main keyword phrase, oftentimes, most of the time. So I highly recommend you try to at least get a link. When you first are doing this though, you can do the free option because you'll at least get ranked, and then you could actually decide if you see your press release ranked to upgrade for the dollar. But I usually do that. When you first do it though, you need to be willing and ready to invest $20, I believe it is now, to fund your account. So you just need to make sure that that will happen when you first do it. But then, obviously you're going to be creating probably tons of these sites, so it's going to be completely up to you. But if that's going to bother you, just go with the free option because it can also give you some exposure. So go ahead and just click next. Now what you want to do is put in your unique title here. So I'm going to just pull up this notepad file we have. So this is my title. Make sure again that you have your main keyword phrase, which is your product name, in the title. Then you've got a summary here they're asking for, and this is why I like to write it out because it just makes this process much smoother. Oops, that was not good. So let's go back and log back in here. So you want to log in and click submit press release, and then choose the option, so Premier Press Release, and then click on next. Okay, and then put in your title. So I'm putting in my summary here, and then we're going to grab the title. And again, this is why it's good to put it into like a text-based file. And then for the news body, this is where the body of your press release goes. Make sure word wrap is still set to off. You can do that by going to Format and word wrap. I'm doing this within Notepad. Many computers have a text editor of some sort, whether it's an Apple or a PC. Then you can just paste that in there. The next thing you want to do, it'll ask you to read the numbers, so go ahead and do that. And then as far as your tags go, just click on that arrow and then copy and paste your main keyword tag. So notice how easy that was because I'd previously put those in. So you're just going to paste that. Now if you selected the paid option, it's going to ask for your website. So you're going to want to make sure you put in your website because it's going to give you a link. And then you could attach an image if you wanted to. You don't have to. Industry, this would be best to kind of choose the industry this will go in. Oftentimes for these examples it would go under probably lifestyle and shopping of some sort, if that's where they have it. They may or may not have that. So you just want to pick the very best category for this particular item. So we'll just scroll through here and look for the best one. Sometimes industry is good. So we'll just go under industry and then let's see, apparel, because it does go on your face. And then go ahead and choose contact and just put in your main contact details. And then for your website, you're just going to go ahead and just plug that. You don't have to plug in your website again, but you could if you wanted to. You could put your address, or just put in like your phone number for people to get you, whichever one you want to do. And then go ahead and come right down here and choose submit. And it'll ask if you're going to be charged. If you're doing the free option, obviously it will not ask. What I like best about these guys is as soon as you submit it, you get instant gratification because your press release goes live. Just like with the social bookmarking as well. This is why I like it for a fast traffic method. And there you have a perfectly optimized press release with your main keyword phrases. There's a backlink right down there that takes them right into your website. It's always good to test that link to make sure that is indeed working, and it looks like it is. So that's excellent. So now you can go on to the next step, which is to go to another free press release site that I love to use called prlog.org. prlog.org. So let's just go over here, prlog.org. And again, when you first get here, just set up an account. You just go to submit press release, and then it's going to basically ask you to create a PR account and just go through the basic details there. So I'm going to log in because I am an existing user. This part will take just a moment. Choose add new. Now what I'm going to do here is insert my press release headline one more time. So I'll just show you that process again. It's just highlighting this and then copying and pasting it. You can hit Control C, or you could right click and choose copy, whichever option you like. So you're just going to paste that in there, grab your summary. This is why it's so important that you pre-write your summary and your title and your keyword, just because it makes life so much easier as you're going through this process. Put in the press release body here. Then scroll on down and choose your best category. So all the categories will be different. This one is going to be shopping. Make sure you select add, and then maybe you could select, fashion, for example. And you could put the name of your company, or like your website is another example. Oakley Gas Can Sunglasses.com. Put in your contact email, and then come right down here to where it says tags or keywords. This is where you're going to plug that in here. Then you could put in a company profile if you wanted to. And then you could choose an image. You can just browse if it's reasonable. Obviously you don't want to use a copyrighted image, so usually you can just skip that. Make sure as soon as possible is checked. And all these optional categories you could put in, so you don't need to. And then go ahead and choose go to final step. Okay, so this step is optional, so let's just skip that. And you can just, for speed's sake, just speed that up and just skip the optional steps. Now this will tell you, see how you like the press release basically. If your links are not live, like my links were not live here, you could go back in and modify that press release to make sure they are live. So let's just do that. So I'll scroll back down here, and you can make them live by putting HTTP in front of them usually, and that will be enough to get your links live. So then choose go to final step. And notice now my links are live, which is what you want, because that's going to increase your click-through. And then go all the way down to the very bottom and click on submit. And now your press release has been published. You can click on view this press release, and you'll notice that your press release now shows up. And if you were to click on that link, it should take people right on over to your website, and it looks like it's going to. So there's our website. So that's all working great. So now what you want to do is go right on over to Google, and you can type in submit press release free, and you can actually find more press release sites that you can submit to. So that's the process for promoting your site with press releases.